Okay, so welcome back from the break. Entertainment Review here on Metro Television, and we're getting into our next conversation, and we're going to Lakeside straight. And, Kuya is going to lead us with that.
Yeah, so I mean, it's been a very insightful conversation. It was an insightful conversation with Sasu Brown. And so this is the second part of today's episode of Entertainment Review. Our guest is seated. Last week, we saw the conversation on the impacts that comedy has in Ghana. How profitable is it in Ghana? Is comedy in Ghana? And we had Dr. Sasu and we had Obian Ponsa in the house. But today, we have Lekzy, the comic.
Woo! And he's too cute.
Finally, I joined
and he's too
Yeah, the high table of life.
The table of life.
I feel uncomfortable. My legs are not touching.
Our legs are all not touching. But we are all hanging. We are all hanging.
I'm scared of heights.
This one.
Okay, Lekzy, welcome. This is Entertainment Review. So, Lekzy, you won the best stand-up comedian at the Just and the Comedy and Poetry Awards.
Yeah.
Yes, so congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yes. So, first off, tell us about stand-up comedy, being a stand-up comedian. What is it? What is stand-up comedy?
Stand-up comedian, you are to squeeze out humor from our
I don't know why I'm laughing, sorry. But I thought I was going to give a funny answer. Like, you just stand up and you made me laugh.
But yeah,
Literally,
that's it. Like, it's just you and the microphone and the audience, and you just pick on random topics that people actually like see or go through each and every day, and you squeeze the humor out of it and make them laugh. So yes, we are more of like what people cannot actually see. We see it and maybe make it people laugh about it.
What exactly do you mean by that?
What you go through. Maybe today when you were coming, you sat in a trotro taxi. Whatever happened, you might have seen it like at the raw.
Just a passing.
Just from the you just saw it from the face value.
Yeah.
But we delve more into. Okay, this is quite funny. I can make it more like fun for people to laugh about. Okay. When I say it, you'll be in there like.
Yeah.
I never thought of this thing. Yeah. So basically, that is it. That's your job, just to make people laugh about their daily activities and the pain they go through. So we make people laugh at their pain.
When exactly did you start being a comedian?
I've been doing it all my life.
All your life?
All my life, but making money from it or going the professional way, I would say almost 10 years.
Almost 10 years.
10 years.
So that's 2012.
Wow.
Yeah.
All your life. All your life, when you were in JHS, you were writing what you wanted to.
I was that class clown. Okay. The teacher would ask a question and
you make the class.
I will raise my hands and the teacher would like try to avoid my hands because he knows anything that comes.
You're not going to say anything.
Will make no sense to the contribution, like the discussion. So, that was it, and you hear people pass random concepts. We see one now on Facebook, like a Jaco Mudiska, and I would and a Jimmy's and that thing song, you know. And it's normal because people don't really see art as something that is very serious that you can actually invest your time, energy, and whatever you have into it. So that is what has been driven from school days at to this point. So people don't really see art as something that has more value. Or commercial value. Yeah. You know, when you're a smart guy in school and you want to go pursue art, your parents or your teachers will tell you, I know, as clever as you should go do science. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So when you are not too smart, they're like, oh, go do visual art, go do genius art. Yeah. So right from infancy, in your mind, you'll be made to believe that dumb people do visual art or genius art. You know, and the smart people are the ones doing business, science, and all that. Yeah. But if you're not smart enough or you're not clever, you cannot make people laugh. True. Right. Because me making you cry is an easy thing. Either I say something hurtful and it will put you in a bad mood. But for me to take you out of whatever
that mood,
and make you happy, it's more psychological. And it doesn't come cheap. It takes a lot of thought. But people don't really place so much value in it. It's unfortunate in this part of the world. That's how we see things. But I think gradually we are changing the narrative.
Yeah.
Is that why you get happy when people say nice stuff? Because on your Instagram, you posted a message that someone sent to you that the first time you saw you perform was on a DKB platform in 2015. Mm-hmm. And how did you feel knowing that these are the challenges that you've gone through and you're still going through, even as you are one of the best that we have in the country, but people on the other side are also saying that, I'm feeling what you're doing.
Well, I came into this craft because somebody actually felt the whole perception out there that comedians in Ghana are not funny, comedians in Ghana are not funny, and it was loudly drummed in the ears of people. But for you to come this far and somebody coming back into your inbox and telling you, I enjoy your comedy and all, meaning at least you've won a soul. Somebody who maybe probably had the same mindset that GH comedians are not funny, but now is coming back to you and telling you that I laugh at your jokes, you make me happy and all. But you've been able to convert one, because Ghanaians treat us like, sorry to say, Jehovah's Witness. When we come there, they just run away, they want to avoid us. When last did you even sit into a Jehovah's Witness discussion? Don't look at me that way.
Okay. This house in Anaya.
Yeah, but gradually, like, we are changing the narrative. And such comments, because the typical Ghanaian will not appreciate or say that, oh, you're doing great. Oh, you are doing fine. What you are doing, they don't really give you that such comment. They're like, oh, that's where they are normal. With the Jimena, that and so. So if somebody comes out of that zone and comes and tell you are doing great, I think it's something applaudable. And
I just also think that sometimes as Ghanaians, we do not know what or may not be able to appreciate really what comedy is, because we'll be the same people on Twitter, especially people will say that, oh, there was this station that, this guy who now does music, David Oscar, Charlie, those times, he started a one-man
those
thing.
times we're saying he was not good.
On that show, and everybody was laughing about it, but we'll come back again and say, like, you're not funny.
I've said this times to that number. It is not us. It is how we were all brought up. Like, we were made to believe that anything foreign is better than our own.
Sad.
That is why, like, there is a plate in, I don't know the kind of home you grew up in, but in a typical Ghanaian home, there is this plate or cup that they wait till a visitor comes before they bring it out. Meanwhile, the father of the house has never drank water from that cup, or that child in the house who sweeps, cleans the place. So we place so much value on foreign things that, or people who come and visit. That's why you see people coming to Ghana. Ghana is a beautiful place, but we, the people in the country, we don't see how nice the place is, because we don't treat ourselves as nice as we treat foreigners.
Yeah.
So when we see white people, we see expatriates, we are like, we want to be all nice to them, but we don't treat our own. And it has transcended down to even the people of the arts circle. That, yes, you're a musician, so what? Now let's a foreigner walk in right now and tell, I'm like, So no matter what you do, we don't make it look like it is as nice as a foreigner will do it. You can't tell me that Ken Promise is not doing great music just like Omale.
Yeah.
But if let Omale walk into this place and Ken Promise will walk, it can promise that.
But don't you feel like the attention that we give to those from outside, don't you feel like it's because we want to be recognized? We want what we
the
have.
best.
We want we want them to see what we
I was
have.
going to
what
play
we
the devil's
do.
advocate just to add to yours that if it's not funny, I can't say it's funny.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
some years back, Korean cars, Ghanaians would say Korean cars were not good until they made you believe that it is good enough to use. Now Ghanaians go to Korea and import. Until you start believing in your own, who should come? So you expect a Nigerian or a Cameroonian to come to me and say that you are funny. It will take my own people. And it is through constructive criticism. Oh, Lekzy, I think you are funny. There's something in there you can cultivate. So do it this, do this. But for you to condemn it, that it is not good at all, meaning you are trying to gag the person. If the person has the passion, he wants to do it. But until a little motivation comes in, but we keep drumming, beating ourselves down.
Yeah.
It is not good. It is not, as far as it's Ghana, it is not good enough. We can never get anywhere. With even Nigerians, I watched the Afrobeat documentary.
Yeah.
And if you look at the kind of music they were listening to, then they still appreciate it, because that time we were listening to some good sound and they really appreciated our sound. Even us at that time, we didn't even see what we had, but they were looking up to us until they started believing in their own and they changed the narrative. So until we begin to change the narrative by believing in our own and constructively correcting it, and if you think there is something you can add up to what the person is doing, because whatever you see out there that you love, it is money.
Yeah.
And somebody trying to invest some kind of knowledge in there to make the thing better for you to enjoy it. So if you sit back and all we do is condemn, we can never get there.
How do you fight condemnations that come to
And condemn, well, I focus on the positive. The few people, if I come into this room and just one person gives me a smiling face and is ready to listen to me, I invest
focus on that.
Yes, that's why I need that moment. I don't need all the noise around. I just want to, because at least I want one soul. One soul a day. You are making progress.
enough.
So I don't need the loud applause and all, at least. So now when I do my comedy shows and I get a few people in there, I feel like, okay, these are the few people who believe in the talent. Let me just impact. They will take the noise out, like whatever happens, and also make other converts come in. So I just focus on those who are ready to push my craft and believe in it. That's all.
Let's talk about Too Cute to Be Mute.
Yeah.
How did it all start for you?
Okay, so
He's cute in the first place.
Yes.
I don't want to say I'm short. Just like I don't want to say that either.
Yeah, cute.
It's the same way like comedy. I don't want to. Ghanaian home. I'm thinking of how my in-law one day I'll be introduced to him and my wife will go like, my husband fools for a living. I don't want to. So I say I'll give him. I say I'm a humor therapist.
Okay.
Or a public speaker. It sounds better. So to say short, you say, oh, he's cute.
He's
Nice.
cute, yeah.
So I realize we the people of this stature, we go through a lot. Society looks down on us. We don't get the chance to even go to the army, police, immigration. There are so many things people think we don't have the ability to do. Until recently, our president became the president, and regardless, the position made him the commander-in-chief. Until then, he had no business in the army.
Yeah.
So we've been doing this,
Wow.
and I felt like, okay, I can talk about stuff from how we see it, from my perspective as a short guy, for people to know that, oh, this is how we also feel, how they treat us. So that's how come I carved out the name Too Cute to Be Mute. And every year, I did it last year, and I touched on a lot of issues, religion, politics, love, anything. I touched on
people
about
face.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And
short men.
short men. Even women don't like us.
Even
Like,
short women don't like.
no, short women don't. Women don't like short guys until when they realize that all options are exhausted.
Yeah,
They want to come.
consider
But you know, short men are really
second
good.
option.
yes, you know.
But the short men are good. They're very
We have no
caring.
option. So you are short, you won't be good.
So you're forced into being good.
You have to be
They're gonna
good.
throw you away.
Yeah, so that's how come Too Cute to Be Mute came up. The first edition I did it at Snap Cinema. It takes about 350 people. We added more seats and
Okay.
it became like 500. And it's I just used my face to sell the show. I had an overflow that night. So this time I'm moving into a bigger auditorium because I think the other time I made a bad decision by choosing a small auditorium. So this time we are
Maybe it was a calculated attempt to see.
yeah.
how
I
it
just
goes.
wanted to test the waters,
Okay.
and it worked. So I had a few complaints that Lekzy we didn't like the idea of standing and not paying all this. So
So you had 500 and more.
and more. So we are trying to move. We are trying. Not that we are trying. We are moving into
moving.
a bigger
space.
space. And this time, I'm having a whole army supporting me on this very project. And some of the renowned, prolific comedians Ghana has ever produced supporting me on it. So it's going to be a great night. When last did you see Funny Face do stand-up comedy?
That
know,
I saw
when I saw
Funny
the
Face
flyer,
on the
like,
flyer.
wow.
I'm not
How
talking
did you
about
convince
comic
him?
acting or dancing in towel.
Comedy.
I mean standing and doing proper stand-up
It's
comedy.
been a while.
Fascinating.
Until the time he was doing that thing that he was doing.
Yeah. So for the first time in a long time, he's coming back on stage to do stand-up comedy.
Great.
And fortunately for me, it's on my stage, and I really appreciate him for holding me down on this one. And I have a comedian coming all the way from Kenya. He's called Simi. He's one of the biggest top comedians. He's coming down. He will touch down on the 28th. So maybe possibly I'll pass through this station so he can have a short interview with him.
So the dates and the venue.
It's 30th September. It's next week Friday.
Okay.
Next week Friday.
Next week Friday.
So right after work, you don't have to just go home because you might get stuck in traffic, trying to get home and change your makeup and your outfit. Just drive, to avoid the traffic, drive to National Theatre while away the time and have a good time. Obiam Ponsatu is on, and General Entatia Clemento Suarez, and to give us good music is Mr. Drew.
Oh, silly.
Nice.
And the whole beauty of it is there are a few popular faces in Ghana that do have a bit of comedy in them that you've never seen them do stand-up comedy before. But that day, they will show up on stage as surprise act. Wow. So that radio presenter, actor, entertainment personality might show up on stage and do about 5 minutes of stand-up comedy for you to enjoy.
So I guess we have the promo, the video. If we can just play that, and when we come back, we get to wrap up on the show. So we have the promo, Too Cute to Be Mute by Lekzy, the comic. So as my producer gets through to that, I mean, the last time I saw you, it was in UCC. I don't know if you remember that. It was this awards night, yourself and Obi Ampunsa. Throughout the night.
Yeah. And now I remember the face.
I remember that.
I was trying to remember the face.
How do you prep yourself to get on a major stage? Because you performed, was it a football event? Asamoah's thing, you know, and is that stage fright? Hey, they're not going to laugh.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's good. Like, if you are going to mount a stage and you don't get nervous, meaning you're underrating your audience, and it will take you by surprise. So, like, yes, and that program, I'll say it's one of the biggest platform I've mounted. Looking at the personalities there, the president, the chief of staff, CAF president and all. It's one of the biggest shows I've mounted. And for you to go into such a program, you have to consider the audience and your choice of jokes. So maybe a joke that I would do at UCC or Katanga Hall, maybe their whole week or something, I can't do same at a corporate event. They will not tolerate it. Yes. So right now, if you ask me to drop a joke, there are a vast audience watching this program.
Okay, so that's the video on your screen right now as the promo, as it's being played.
Sure.
713 Too Cute to Be Mute 2 as a Too Cute entertainment production supported by Image Bureau.
Every woman's dream is to date a short. Sorry, I mean a cute guy. You don't believe it?
Bum! Come find out as Lekzy the comic redefines cute in his uncontrollably hilarious stand-up. Too Cute to Be Mute 2.
I say, what purpose is Don Simon? But first thing, sugar bread. Hey, where any sugar bread? Oh. You see them holding the sugar bread. Hey, you're not there. After drinking, Don Simon, they need Jimmy.
Friday, September 30th at the National Theatre. Performing live, the very best in the business. Obiam Ponsale, Mento Suarez, General Ntatia, Simi from Kenya, Funny Face, Kaswa, Mr. Drew, and a lot more. Dial star 928 star 528 hash to grab a ticket for a cool 100 Ghana cities only. For very limited VIP seats, please call.
Okay, so that was the promo there. So Too Cute to Be Mute by Lekzy the comic. And today we'll be having a bit of an extension as we still discuss comedy in the country. And you can follow us on Facebook, Metro TV Ghana. You can join us there. Share the link, and also just watch there. And also DSTV channel 277, you can watch us live on there. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to have Dr. Sasu join us also. He is a comedian. We get to talk more about comedy in Ghana, and we'll get to do that particular one. Let me just quickly check on Facebook and see if we have some of the comments there. But how are you balancing TV and comedy, or you see that as another avenue to, push your craft?
When I discovered I could do comedy, I realized I couldn't do any other thing. So I created more branches out of comedy. So I do radio and I do TV, and it's all still comedy. I do a bit of acting too. So, and it's all branches I've created out of the stand-up comedy I do. So it comes easy. Well, comedy, I don't see it as a work. It's something I enjoy doing. It's a hobby. So even right now, if you tell me, oh, there is a vacancy at Metro TV and I want you to be the board of director of Metro TV as a comedian, I will just hop on it. As far as I will be doing comedy on it, I won't even check. But have like two thoughts about it. I'll just jump on it.
You just jump on it. Okay, so earlier when we were asking about Too Cute to Be Mute, you mentioned that you have an entire army behind you on this. I want to know how has it been getting partnerships, sponsorships on board with your craft?
Well, sponsorship in this part of the world is very, very difficult. I don't know whether people actually don't see art as a way of propagating their brands or getting their brands to reach out to many other people. I don't know. Maybe with time, it will get there. Other forms of art are enjoying it, like musicians, actors, but stand-up comedians, we are not really there yet. Just a few people have shown interest, but even the support is not as much as we see what they do for the musicians. And it can get better. It started from nowhere, and with a little support coming to us, know the future is bright. With this very project, seriously speaking, anytime I walk into a meeting and I hear something like, go and we'll get back to you, I know her.
You know that it's not going to happen.
Yes, it's what but I keep telling people, comedy is a fallow ground that not too many people have tapped into.
Yeah.
Everybody's just looking at music or movies.
Yeah.
Just as Key Soap Concert Party. Now, you can't mention Concert Party without affiliating it to Key Soap.
Key Soap,
So
yeah.
it's become like a tag. So if you are a company out there, now that nobody is touching on comedy, I feel like you should take advantage of it. Sponsor all stand-up comedy shows so that off top of the head, if somebody start talking about stand-up comedy, your brand comes to mind instantly. You don't have to even think twice about it. But yes, I think with time, when we put in more work, we will get there.
Okay.
So we're going to go for that break, and then when we come back, Dr. Sasu will join us as we continue our discussion on Comedy Stickers. They'll be back shortly.
Every woman's dream is to date a short. Sorry, I mean a cute guy. You don't believe it?
Bum! Come find out as Lekzy the comic redefines cute in his uncontrollably hilarious stand-up. Too cute to be mute too.
I say, what person sees Don Simon? First thing, sugar bread. Hey, where any sugar bread though? You see them.
So we are high on a Wednesday afternoon. Actually, I mean the high that is the other high, not the other high. Welcome back from the break. I still watching a TV review here on Metro Television. My name is Jesse Fadian, the star boy, here with Esedo Akumia and also Harriet Adi. Lekzy, the comic, is still with us, and we have been joined by a medical doctor who is also a comedian. So when I just said the medical doctor, I remembered what Lekzy said, that it's only the sciences that people think are serious people. So I think like medical doctor doing comedy and all that. So Dr. Michael Sasu, Akoto Sasu, is also here with us. You like the title, Doc? Should we add it to it?
Yeah, doctor. I'm a medical doctor. Likewise, Obi Amponsa. Obi Amponsa is a doctor of optometry, and he's proud about it.
Add the title to it.
Yeah, And Lekzy is here. Lekzy is one fine comic. Lekzy is like Kevin Hart and
I'm trying to massage.
Ghana Kevin Hart.
No, I'm telling you. No, you are. It's not Ghana Kevin. He's like that. He's one fine comic that we've not really paid attention to.
Okay.
He's one of the guys who mimics people, and he's great at it. But we've not paid attention to him. And his show that he wants to do is going to be powerful. I don't know if you've been to the first one.
Yeah, no, I wasn't there, but I saw all the pictures. On
then you
social
missed.
media. So
Then
this
you
one,
missed
next week
because-
Friday, right from Intimate Review.
Challenge. This is
straight to the venue.
comedy has moved though.
Yeah.
Just that Ghanaians have not moved. Comedy
has moved, but Ghanaians haven't moved.
haven't moved because this guy is one guy who has moved comedy from, because when you go to Snap Cinemas, he started from
Silverbird.
and this is the guy who put them on.
Danelato.
No, the big guy, the big-headed guy. No?
DKB.
DKB is the one who started. He was moving, and then he put Obi Amponsa, and then Putogo. He's the one who brought Putogo and all those guys. And this guy has grinded. He has paid his dues.
Yeah.
And this is a show that he's doing that when you come, you will see that Ghanaian comedy has
Evolved.
has grown, has matured.
Yeah.
He says it started 10 years ago. What about you?
Bro, I started, I'm a young guy. They are my mentors also. Oh no, Lekzy and Obi.
Oh, he's struggling about that.
Like he's enjoying the accolades.
No, it's not about age. What I'm saying is that it's not I'm as old. I'm almost like, you see, the thing is that when I was in medical school,
Okay.
I was watching DKB and I was watching Obi Amponsa. So Obi Amponsa started 5 years before I even started mainstream comedy.
Okay.
So Obi Amponsa and Lekzy are like my bosses. Even though when we talk about Obi Amponsa and Lekzy, then it means that DKB be ancestor.
Yeah,
True.
Do you get it? So comedy has evolved, and then like last week when Obi was here, you saw that right now we are mature, then we are ready to take Ghana on, and then we have to understand that this is what the corporate Ghana has to put money in, because we have understood the thing, and you have we are not now starting.
for real.
Yeah, and that's what he was saying. When you listen to him, you realize that this is what to put money in. Right now, you can put your money in comedy and realize your money back.
For real.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. But like in comedy is the only art that allows you to actually get at your competitor, and nobody will take offense to it, because if I'm being sponsored by Metro TV and I get on a platform, I can use through comedy pick on other stations and make Metro look as big as it's supposed to be,
Right.
and nobody will not take offense because they say that gentleman is just. But deep down, there is some fact in what I am saying.
Yeah. Okay.
You get it. So if you're a company out there and you feel like, okay, I want to get at some of my people I'm in the same industry with, I can pick one comedian
you can
and
use
use him as a
bit.
vessel to get at some of these people that are trying to get at me in terms of the same product we all produce.
I was listening to Basket Mouth the other time, and he was saying that, you see, before he came to Ghana, he was big in Nigeria. But the first time he came with there are two things involved. The first time,
That was
Thousand Love.
That's
Thousand Loves.
Yeah.
Thousand Love.
he had done 1,000 laughs in Nigeria before coming to Ghana. The money he wanted them to give him, they didn't want him. So he was the first performer. He was like the opener. So the two things involved was like the opener of the show. And he closed the show.
Yeah.
He was the opener, but he closed the show.
After him, nobody.
After him, the show,
When is somebody close
what
the
can
show
you remember
after
after
him?
that show?
Anybody that came after him
Without-
didn't really have the same impact like him. So he closed.
He closed the
after
show.
him,
Even
there
though
was-
he
there was
started the show,
nobody.
he closed it. But they paid him the least amount on the show.
compared to-
Yeah.
But the next time he came to Ghana,
was boom.
Yeah.
do you get it? And that is what we have also, we have suffered a lot from the time of concert party, where last week you were here.
Yeah,
I
I
was
was
saying
here.
that.
Sasu,
the time of-
thank you for bringing this concert
The concert party
I
thing.
think stand-up comedy itself wasn't treated as an industry. It was treated as a subsidiary of theater.
The place, the
art.
theater.
Okay.
Mhm.
So it's like, oh, these people come and fool. Then
the actual
just
play-
to create room for
then the actual play,
so
like
we were
a
not
curtain raiser.
there wasn't any. So the stand-up comedians on those shows, they didn't migrate from just opening shows. They should have, like, let's say the Bobo Calles at some point should have staged their own show
Their own
where
show.
people will come
Solely
and just
to
come
watch
and
them.
watch them. And not because there is a Christo Asafo play coming on. That's why they are.
That's why they are there. They just open, and then if you get the chance, then you are part of the play. So you
Yes.
are the funny character in the play.
Yeah.
I see.
You get it? That was the mindset. And so we never got the chance to be like. So then came Super Odi. Super Odi was the one who took comedy to the streets.
Yeah.
Yeah, God rest his soul. He took comedy to the streets. So he was doing commentary, all those things. He started it.
And you'd laugh.
And then this guy came, KSM. KSM was the one who was like
Well,
corporate.
before,
He
before,
brought the
before then there was waterproof.
So waterproof was even still part of the concept. I'm talking about the people who did their own show.
Okay, cool.
So Super Odi was even he
So
was not part of
the
concept
out of
party.
the concert party, or even those who are not part of the concert party, but could now stand out as
on their own.
comedians.
So Super Odi was part of. He came out of the Obra group.
Yeah.
So at that time he was around 60 years, but he stood out with the. So when you see comedians who are part of the street pubs, and then they are the ones who are emceeing the shows and things.
Yeah.
It was from Super Odi. Super Odi is the one who started that.
Yeah, he
So
paved the way.
made Ghanaians now realize that no, comedy can sell.
Yeah.
On its
and
own.
sell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
KSM.
KSM came to do his own.
But
show.
before KSM,
And
there
even
was
Honorable Fritz Bafo.
Fritz Bafo and
this man, Anand Forsen.
Yeah, Tommy Annan
Tommy
Forsen.
Annan
Yeah,
Forsen.
the renowned
But those
broadcaster.
ones were like Tommy Annan Fossey and Fritz Bafo are like
The elites.
no, they are like this guy. what's the name of the playwright?
Uncle
Uncle Ebo White. That's my father, but I've forgotten his name now because but you see, Uncle Ebo White has also done a show, but it's not that. It's about repeating it and making it known. So Face Buffalo and those people did a show, and they did, but it was not like the way KSM did it. KSM did. Efias Rebo and came back. The saga of the returnee. And then so it's different from. I'm not talking about Facebook. Facebook they did it. They were like, we are good, but we are trying to do comedy. I'm talking about KSM. KSM came and pushed it, and then established it. So everybody was like, my son can be a comedian because of not because of Face Buffalo.
Yeah,
or it's because of KSM.
I remember he even mentioned it himself in an interview.
It's not about
that you all comedians are his sons.
He's that go-to guy that you can refer your parents to. That.
Yes,
he
has done it.
Exactly.
It's not Face Buffalo. I'm more respect to them, but they came like it's just like Uncle Ebo. Uncle Ebo did one-man show. He did 2 hours performance, but. He didn't make it he didn't make it a thing. So that's what I'm talking about.
Doc, I was looking at the subsets of comedy.
Yeah.
So we'd have the stand-up, and in these days we have the skits.
And we have slapstick.
Which one?
We have what?
Slapstick.
Which one is that?
Slapstick.
That's also a form of comedy.
Slap.
The what Nkomode and Co. They have to paint their face. Like you have to look funny before you can sound funny.
Okay.
So they were the bang. They call them clowns.
Okay, yeah.
They are also doing. Some of them don't even talk. They can just come by their demeanor and all that. You laugh.
You laugh.
And yes, so that's also another branch in comedy. And we have the stand-up comedy. You don't necessarily have to look funny. I can come in a suit.
Yeah, it's what you say.
A mic, anything I spew, you'll be like, "Oh, I didn't see that." You are unassuming. This is big, and all that. So that's stand-up comedy. And we have comic actors. Actors. We have the theater. And those who are into movies.
In the
So the Lil Waynes, they are into movies. And the Clemento Suarez, General Tatia, they are into the theater. But theater people can also do movies.
Yeah.
You see, every comic actors are comedians. But not every comic actor can be stand-up comedian.
Right.
Most stand-up comedians, or all stand-up comedians, if you put yourself in that zone, can be a comic actor. Because sometimes when you are telling the joke, it comes with a bit of acting. So with a bit of coaching or a good director, you can still act. So you go to Hollywood.
And this guy is great at it. That's when you watch him. No.
I'm
appreciated.
No. Watch his show and how he picks on different characters.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Now, one of the things that Ghanaians have been bashing comedians or Ghanaian comedians for is using ethnicity and people's, in quotes, disability and adding that as part of their craft. You want to respond to that?
In every joke, there is a victim. If I come on stage and I decide to pick on fat people, slim people will be happy.
Yeah.
Everybody will be happy but fat people.
Yeah.
But when I start picking on fat people, slim people to slim people, fat people will be in a good position to laugh at slim people.
Yeah.
But there will be some slim lady there who is not so happy with whatever I'm saying. As you sit down, if this lady pulls the chair behind you and you sit, you have no idea that the chair is off and you fall. We will all laugh because we saw what the punchline coming.
Okay.
But you will not be happy because you fell. Okay. So in every joke, there will be somebody who will be uncomfortable in the joke, or the subject matter would not be happy about it. We should understand it, and we should be able to laugh at our pain. If we are not ready to, then you have no business coming to a comedy show. If you attach emotions to everything, hey, why are you picking on? Why should I pick on Elwes? You are happy. I pick on Gans. You are happy. The moment I move into Ashantis, you say, hey, why are you picking on Ashantis? You laughed about everything but your tribe. It's not fair. So we should all be in a position. That's why we see when Nigerians come to Ghana here, they don't talk about anything positive about Nigeria. You've never been to, I don't know whether you've been to, but every time we worry, people are like this.
Yeah.
Nigerians have bad roads. They never even put Nigeria in a good light when they come here. They always compare. Ghanaian women are beautiful. Go to worry. Meaning they are coming to tell you that worry women
are not. Nepa, they'll talk about Nepa.
You laugh.
You laugh
so
at it.
Ghanaians will prefer that, when you are a foreigner, come and laugh at your people, but don't laugh at us. So if I get a chance to go to Nigeria and I start comparing Nigeria to
Ghana.
And the video comes out and I'm like comparing how bad our system is. And maybe I see something positive. Ghanaians will be like, the only opportunity you got to go to Nigeria and put Ghana in a good position, you went there to like put us in a bad light. What kind of comedian are you? But Nigerians have been doing this from time back and we enjoy it. And they want us to be on the same level
with them.
Nigerians pick on politicians, they pick on religion,
Yeah.
they pick on tribes, they pick all the great comedians. They pick on they pick on anything.
Not only Nigerians, but even
Everyone, I'm
Americans.
just when you ask the typical Ghanaian, the comedy they are exposed to is Nigerian comedy. Just a chosen few who are so exposed to the Kevin Hart, and also when you make reference, they'll tell like, oh, look at Basketman, look at hardly will you hear, look at Trevor Noah.
But would you agree that there are some gray areas, some lines that may not be crossed?
Well, comedy.
Answer
The
you.
Yeah,
the
like
point-
it's
the-
like getting too personal.
let me answer
So
you.
the point of comedy, let me drop this.
Okay, so that dog comes in.
The point of comedy is you seeing the line. You see, you never know where the line not to cross until you cross it.
Yeah.
Like, I would never know. Maybe I know this lady. She laughs at anything I say. I might never know that her ear is a part of her body that she doesn't find like it's interesting for you to touch on. Until I touch on it, I will never know. But I've been joking about everything about it. She's happy about it. So when I cross it, until I know that, oh, this is a part that I don't need to. So the gray line, which you are talking about, yes, sometimes we can see it, but we'll just put our feet, cross it small and see.
When the fire comes.
Just testing things to see.
So the thing is that the comedian is like a pastor. That's the office of the comedian.
Yeah.
We've not seen it that way. The way we revere pastors is the way we should revere comedians, like Lekzy the comic. And the thing is that the good comedian is the one who finds the gray line and deliberately crosses it, so that we talk about it. So some people will laugh, and then we find topics around it to talk about. That's comedy. Comedy is that the person finds the gray area and crosses it.
Deliberately, you cross it. Like we are here.
That's
like
comedy.
The
That's
MPP, NDC. Maybe there's something that people, we are just all swallowing it.
So
in
the comedy is
then I'll
that
use comedy.
you find the fun around, the funny aspect of it. So everybody is saying the economy is hard and Akufo-Addo is struggling, and then we are afraid to talk about it. So the comedian is the one who brings it out and says that maybe the guy doesn't have a pen, so he doesn't right the wrongs that is going on in his life. So now we are all trying to look at what do you have to say? What are you saying? What are you saying? So that it's not about NDC and MB. No, what is the guy saying?
I seriously want to agree.
Because like let's look at this. Look, just a few months ago, let's look at Will Smith and then the other guy,
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock. Let's look at what happened, for instance, with them. I mean, Chris Rock mentioning, saying something about Jada's bald head.
Yeah.
It's a medical condition. It's not something that she intentionally or she decided that out of fashion, I am cutting the entire thing off. But so to them, it's a medical condition that actually took them a while to take that decision that she's going to go bald now. But then you, Chris Rock, stand on stage in front of everybody and then you make fun of that.
Well,
and something like that, you can't tell me that.
I had no idea she had a condition.
Okay.
Well, I mean, personally, if I was on stage, I had no idea. So maybe I was making fun. But people,
that is the problem.
People make fun of short people as if it's a choice. All the things you laugh at.
I'm not laughing.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All the things we laugh about, the people that are like the center of the joke. Do you think it's by choice that they find
Let me give
themselves
an
there?
example.
If I start picking on fat people,
let me give-
it is by choice that they are there, but you laugh.
Let me give an
Doc, you can come
example.
in.
Chris Rock was at the Grammys.
Yeah.
And then he made, I don't know, I'm not too sure whether it was the Grammys or the...
It was the Oscars. Is it
Oscars.
the
No,
one
I'm
with
talking about
another one.
Oh,
Another
a
one.
different- yeah.
I'm telling you about, I think it was the Oscars or Grammy. No, it was Grammys or something like that. He was hosting and the boss, the Chris Rock, what's the name?
Which one?
The Big Ross.
Rick Ross.
Rick Ross was in there, and he said that at that time the first billionaire was this guy, the guy who was doing beats, Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
So he said that Dre has million, and then Rick Ross has diabetes.
Okay.
Rick Ross had diabetes, but he was playing with it. But it was fun. It was a medical condition. He said, at that time, Dre had Dre Beats.
Dre beat.
The Beats by Dre.
Yeah,
so he
Beats by
said,
Dre.
had Beats by Dre. And then Rick Ross had diabetes.
Diabetes.
Okay.
Making fun of his medical condition.
They all laughed.
And Rick
Medical
Ross
is
laughed.
not I'm telling you that the comedian is the one who sees the line and then crosses it. Deliberately crosses it so that we laugh. It's the laughter. Let's laugh at our pain.
Maybe
That's why there's laughing at your
it
pain.
could be how it will be
But there are
said.
certain topics that are no.
Yeah. Okay,
Like
so
rape.
Untouchable.
Rape and racism.
Rape, death,
Okay.
racism.
Well, people
Racism.
have done. Every topic is touchable. It's how you execute it.
Okay, that's what I was coming
Yes.
to. Is it how?
It's how you execute.
Every topic
Every
is
topic
touchable.
is about. With comedy, no matter how you try to be diplomatic with the joke, somebody will still be uncomfortable with it. Me personally, by my principle, I don't touch on rape jokes. I feel like it is something that is too sensitive.
Yeah.
I don't have to
Yeah.
touch on it and all
Yeah.
that. But race, like this whole slavery thing and all. Black Americans, they've picked on it so many times. But it's not something we should be happy
Yeah, it
about.
should be.
Yeah.
I don't think if he asked Antoine to sit in a comedy show, because he died through this whole
No,
fighting.
but I think that
Okay.
black people are more racist than any other.
Well,
any other
that one
race.
is for another.
That's not shit.
That's very true. That's very true.
I wanted to say something to muddy the waters.
We just have to wrap it up now. I've loved this conversation. Lekzy, we are coming to your concert, to your event.
Yeah, next week
Lekzy,
Friday.
Next week Friday,
30th.
to come and support
Ticket is
you.
very, very affordable. 100 Ghana cedis. That's $10 now.
Okay.
Yeah,
In the dollars rather, you want to, okay, because it's 10, so
$10, 100 Ghana cedis.
So 10 and 100.
Yeah. So if you have an uncle outside, say, oh, uncle, try me 10 bina show. That wouldn't even be a pinch on the skin. So
Okay.
you come if you want a ticket in the comfort of your home, wherever you find yourself, you just dial *928 *528 hash. *928 *528 hash. You can buy it through your mobile money.
Okay.
And if you want the VIP tickets, we had about 100 seats for VIP. As we speak, I have just 7 more to go.
Wow. Okay.
And as I speak, maybe I need to get back to the team and know how many.
And add more to it. You still have a
because-
week.
Maybe three now.
Yeah, possibly.
I mean, as the show's going on,
So,
so
if you are interested, but we are considering to create more seats. But if we still stick to the idea of creating just 100 people, because we want you used to sit next to the next CEO and pitch your idea.
Where's the venue?
The venue is National Theatre on Friday, 7 p.m. next week. Just be there. Call this number for your VIP ticket, 0541 909315. 0541 909315. The reason why the VIP rate is not out is because we don't want too many people to. So if you really, really have the interest of being part of the VIP sect, just call this number and get a place for yourself. It's going to be a great night. Right from the foyer into the auditorium, everything that you see over there will trigger some
That is
laughter.
an intentional marketing strategy.
You
though.
know.
The VIP, hiding the VIP rate. It's an intentional marketing strategy.
No.
Well done.
How's the hospital?
Yeah. So Accra Psychiatry is going well, and we are doing a show in December. The dates, the time, and the rates, everything will be ready by.
So is it the show I know?
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Okay.
So my show is a show for the comedians.
That
It's
show,
a
that's the
comedians-
show that makes comedians happy.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You better laugh at your.
So it's a show for and this one, the whole show is a VIP show.
Okay.
Because the tickets is rationed.
Okay.
So, but right now it's about Lekzy
show.
30th.
So, yeah. And I like how
Let's
everybody's
do it.
supporting the Comedian Association of Ghana.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for joining us this time. It's been a great afternoon here. Holiday edition of Entertainment Review, an extended one. Thank you so much for watching the show. My name is Desmond Okrekudan. You can call me Desi Faden, the Star Boy. And
Yes, I am Isiodua Akumia. Thanks so much.
And to
for tuning
Kaswa?
in with us. Yes.
And I am Harriet Adni.
yeah, so earlier we had Sasu Brown talked about gospel music, and of course, you see what you did, Lekzy the
It's not
comic,
my fault. It's not
and
my
also
fault.
Dr. Michael Akoto Sasu. We are back tomorrow, same time, 3 p.m. right on Metro TV. Enjoy the rest of our programs. Bye bye.